welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 191, Contagion. My name is Eric.
I am Jason.
Hello, Jason.
What's up, Eric?
No, not much. We're being joined by Max.
Hey,
Hello,
special
Max.
guest.
Want to say hi to the audience, Max?
Oh, he's a big old kitty, in case you're wondering.
Hey, big guy. Alright, I'm just going to be distracted this entire episode now.
Oh,
Hey,
nothing like the sound of your host petting the kitty cat to entertain the masses.
I can't help it. He's cute.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
He is kind of like, I just pet him a little bit ago, like towards, like his back, like his lower back.
Yeah.
And it felt kind of like a really short haircut.
Yeah. Well, he's got a really short haircut.
Yeah, it's got that same kind of feeling when I like rub the back of my head after a haircut.
Right.
Felt
He's
nice.
recently shaved, so that's possibly why he feels like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's a good tactile sensation.
Yeah, he's pissed at me because he wants to go out, and I'm not going to let him because I'm in the middle of a show.
And you're tired of him dragging corpses into your back porch.
That too. And as soon as you leave, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
So yes, Steven Soderbergh's Contagion.
Contagion.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Last episode, when you picked this movie, we were trying to go through some Steven Soderbergh movies and couldn't think of too many. But I've seen more than a few, actually.
Yeah.
I've seen The Limey. And, of course, Traffic.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
And, yes, Out of Sight was the Elmore Leonard movie that he did. Of course, Ocean's 13.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But a couple weeks ago, when I made a movie pick, I made a joke suggestion that failed horribly because you had never heard of it.
Because I live in a bubble.
Yeah. And completely had forgotten that that joke movie, Magic Mike, was directed by Steven Soderbergh.
Isn't that crazy?
That's a little crazy.
He's got such a range.
He does.
He's like, I don't know. He's like the Mike Patton of movie makers or something. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Eclectic and prolific.
Yeah. Yeah, he has directed a ton of movies. Like one or two a year, even.
That's crazy. He's trying to compete with Woody Allen now.
Yeah.
I think he's averages one a year, I believe. Woody Allen. I don't know. Sometimes he does two, sometimes he does zero.
Right. Yeah, I would say that's a good average.
But yeah, this is one of the few Steven Soderbergh movies I've seen. I've maybe seen 4 of them. I haven't seen a lot of the ones you named, including Magic Mike. But I know what we're doing after we leave here.
All right.
Midnight 3D showing of Magic Mike, because everybody's going to be a Batman.
I know. That's a
Well,
perfect opportunity.
The theater will be all to ourselves.
Oh, yeah. So this movie. I don't know how I feel yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it make you feel a little sick?
Made me feel very paranoid.
Yeah, right? I know, right? I mean, like sometimes you watch a movie and like as soon as you see it, if there's something that's disappointing about it, it's amplified and you're like, I fucking hated it, and then like later you're like, well, I mean, I guess it was okay.
Right.
And like vice versa, sometimes you're like, wow, it was amazing.
Right.
And I feel like I might be in that category right now, but I think it was amazing.
I definitely don't think it was amazing.
Yeah.
But it was good. Because there's more than just terrible or amazing.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was very, very good. Very enthralling.
Yeah.
But I got a case of the distractions a lot
Oh,
in this
really?
movie.
Wow.
And that is not so much the fault of the movie, but the fault of who was in the movie.
Oh, all the recognizables.
Every time someone showed up, I was like, oh, hey.
Yeah. Oh, it's Elliot Gould.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is Veronica Mars's dad. There's Walter White.
There's that guy that was an intern in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. Did he ever do anything else?
This movie.
Okay, I could see that because I mean, it did have a lot of not just good actors but movie star type people like Matt Damon and Kate Winslet, like very recognizable movie star-ish people.
But then also a lot of oh hey that guy.
Yeah, a lot of people. But man, I like not only did that not distract me, but like I swear, like I was so enthralled that I remember like an hour and a half or hour and 45 minutes into it, I kind of like looked up the clock and I was like, oh shit, this much time has elapsed. That means there's not a lot of movie left, like.
Right.
Like, I felt like I could have watched this movie for another hour and a half past the end credits.
I could not have.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the short movie.
Yeah.
And this was actually 1 hour and 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
So, perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
It did not need to be any longer. So, yeah.
Well, I felt like, because I mean, okay, Contagion, if you haven't heard of it, because I had never heard of it until last week, and apparently it was like really well received last year.
I don't know. I remember it coming out. Mostly I just remember hearing that it was okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd never heard of it.
Really?
Yeah.
So from where did you hear it last week?
Well, last week I Google searched best movies of 2011
Okay.
to see if there was like anything that I'd forgotten about that I was like, oh yeah, I meant to see that, and because I was trying to think of a pick, and I saw that like upper on the list, and I was like, what? I've never even heard of this.
Yeah.
And I really like disaster movies, and like I thought maybe this would sort of fall into that category. So I didn't even really read much about it. I just read like blah 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 Matt Damon disease, and I was like, that sounds like something I'd like. I love like End of the World or like Mass Hysteria kind of movies, like 2012 and Day After Tomorrow. And I thought it honestly would be closer to that sort of thing.
Right.
That's why I was like, oh, you'll probably veto this because, like if I picked Outbreak or Volcano, you'd probably veto, right? Nope. Okay. Well, yeah, I thought it would fall more into that category. So maybe that's one of the reasons I liked it so much is I'm like, holy shit, this is a real movie. Like in the middle of the movie, I had that, like, oh my gosh. Or like, not even in the middle, but like 20 minutes in.
Right.
I was like, this is well made.
It's very well made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you want to give them a little synopsis? You're better at that, I think.
Gwyneth Paltrow ends the world.
As we all saw for months and years.
I think we all knew this was happening.
Yeah, she spread the disease that killed the world.
As she is doing this very moment. You may have thought her charming in Iron Man and the Avengers, but no, it's all a plot.
Yeah.
She is ending the world one person at a time.
Now, you're not a fan, right, of Gwyneth Paltrow?
No, not really.
I kind of like her. Like, I really do.
I don't hate her as much as some people seem to.
Okay.
But, I don't think that she's all that great of an actress.
Right.
And
I know somebody, maybe I was thinking it was you, I can't think of who it really is, but somebody I know really does not like her.
Right.
And for some reason I was thinking it was probably you, but if you do happen to hate her and you want to see her head get sawed open,
yeah,
this would be the movie for you.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy. I mean, it wasn't super gratuitous.
No.
But she's like, her head gets sawed open.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, she ends the world.
And sort of. She screws it up beyond repair.
Yeah. She is patient zero.
Yeah.
She is the person who spreads the disease. And she's also a drunken whore. So yeah, basically, it's about this new strain of a disease that is rapidly spreading across the entire world, and the efforts to try to stop it and figure out what it is, told across a giant, big cast.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're talking like Mad World type cast.
Yeah, just slightly less madcap.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Normally I don't go for these like big epic cast movies,
Right.
like your Babels or your Crashes. Even Traffic was kind of tedious.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really did enjoy this.
I think the bigger cast helped to give it a sense of, really being worldwide.
Right, yeah.
Like, because it would, like, jump from day to day and place to place. Like it's set up with, like, this day 2, day 4, day 12 kind of scenario where it jumps and jumps. And it really does give you a sense of, like, how rapidly things are spiraling out of control.
Right. One thing it also does is give you a sense of just how quickly something like that can spread, and how easily.
And how unforeseen and, like...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, because they're theorizing at the beginning, like, it's a weapon, because it's happening on holiday weekend, and, who's doing this? And, like, yeah, it's just... I mean, no spoilers, maybe? I don't know.
It's kind of hard to spoil it.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
Right.
there's no twists to it or anything.
Right. They just finally at the end kind of show you the first day.
Right, yeah.
Where they don't really... Like, it starts on day 2.
Right. And then, like the last 5 minutes of the movie is day 1.
Yeah.
After, spoiler, everything's been fixed.
Yeah.
Except for the millions upon millions of dead people.
Yeah. Yeah. But think of, like, what great housing rates those living people will have.
It's true. That is true. It's, it's time to repopulate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They will fucking, give me a house.
Just take one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. But, man, yeah, it's just so well paced and, like, and subtle in such a way, like, I mean, it is epic, but when you think about it, there's not a lot of, like, crazy, I don't know, effects or props. I mean, it's more like just well written and and acted.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, right? Yeah, like, it just, like, this is the kind of thing that, it's like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of another good example, like 28 Days Later, like something where there's not a lot being shown, but what isn't being shown is what freaks you the fuck out, and, and, like, you're like, wow, this is the kind of thing I could write and make on a low budget. And I mean, maybe not some of those scenes like in the CDC labs and all that, but like me and you couldn't really do that.
No, but a similar story could be told with very limited resources.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you don't have to digitally render an alien vessel.
Exactly. Yeah,
it's just spooky, and like, this movie freaked me out more than 90% of the horror movies I've ever seen, no matter what.
If you're a germaphobe or just any kind of slightly paranoid, I probably would not recommend this movie.
I know you're listening, Howie Mandel. I've seen your blog posts. Stay away from this film.
Yeah, this is because like the movie starts and like I think the very first shot is Gwyneth Paltrow coughing.
Yeah,
and I don't know whether it was just a sympathetic thing or an allergy thing, but like I had to cough almost immediately after.
Right.
And we both were very aware of whenever either of us would cough or sneeze.
Yeah, because when I first got over here, you were like kind of clogged up, and you're like, I need some decongestion, and I sneezed a few times before the movie started, and like, yeah, it's just like that kind of stuff freaks you out if you're in that sort of like zone, where you're really aware of how easily spread things like this could be. I mean, and not just horrible diseases, but I mean, like germs are out there.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking about never touching another person after this.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah.
People are fucking gross.
Oh yeah.
They're just filthy fucking beasts.
Uh-huh.
And, this movie just proves it.
I read somewhere that the human mouth is like much more bacteria filled than the human anus. Like you'd be much better to suck someone's asshole than to kiss them, as far as germ spreading.
Yeah, but then you just infect their asshole.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Talk about a bad day. There's a couple of weird, I can't remember any of them right now, or exactly even, but there's some science fact thrown in, or at least just statistical fact. Right.
Such as everybody touches their face 2,000 times a day.
Yeah, is that possible?
I guess.
I mean, they broke it down into it's so many times a waking minute, and whenever they gave that number, I remember going, well, that kind of makes sense.
Right. 3 to 5 times every minute or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's horrible.
Yeah. I've been watching you. Neither of us, I think, have touched our faces this entire time yet. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Since we've been at the table here?
Right.
Okay.
Of course, we've both got our arms crossed and...
and our SARS masks on.
Yes.
Can I have some more hand sanitizer while you're...
Oh, sure, yeah.
Thank you. Oh, man.
I did just as much.
Oh.
Oh, wow. And now it's itchy and I can't stop thinking about it.
We're all gonna die! This is the last transmission. Man. Wow, yeah. I love how, too, I don't want to spoil who, but I love how, I mean, I guess you could call this, the way, I don't know, Walking Dead is written, but I love how, halfway through, one of the major characters that you think will be there till the end is just gone.
Right, yeah. There's a couple characters, I think, who get taken out early. Yeah. And a couple characters who, they're introduced, they have a purpose, and then once we've seen them, they just don't come back.
Yeah, but I don't want to say who it was, but there was one I was like, what?
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean...
I guess, that also shows sort of the stakes of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think that's exactly why. Not shock value, but just working towards making the story more impactful. It was it was here's this thing that happens, and we're not just gonna, happy ending this, obviously, because there you go. Right, somebody's gone that you thought would be alive.
In fact, even before then, and still after, definitely after, because that pretty much sets it up. Every other character, I'm just spent the rest of the movie expecting them to get sick. Yeah. Even Matt Damon, who, early on is, established as being immune to the virus.
Right. I honestly expected, it to, end with a happy ending, and then, just a close-up, a quick cut to a close-up on Matt Damon and him going...
Right. I totally expected that, too.
Yeah.
Or if not him, someone.
Right.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that didn't happen, though.
Yeah.
Because, obviously, if we both were expecting it, that would have been a little lame.
Yeah. Then we both would have just hated the movie entirely.
Oh, yeah. Well, possibly. But, man, yeah, I thought it was gripping. I honestly, part of me was like, oh my god, this should have been a TV series and, 24-hour-long episodes, and, really delve into some of more of these characters some more, but, that would have been a little much, I think.
Yeah.
But I could totally see this being,
a
successful, multi-seasonal kind of,
Right. Well, I mean, the movie takes place over, 200 days more?
Something like that. 100 and something days, 200
I
days.
think they stopped counting off days at, day 140 or something like that, and I don't recall seeing any after that.
Right.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Pretty good indeed.
Yeah.
Way better than I would have expected.
Right.
I thought it was going to be just like a popcorn, I mean, I legitimately love movies like Twister and Day After Tomorrow,
right.
and, Perfect Storm. I really, really do. But this was much a higher quality, something I think, I don't know that I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed, Twister or any of that. But
I don't think it's what anyone would consider to be an enjoyable movie.
No, I mean, I enjoy it.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's not...
you don't want popcorn.
Right, yeah.
Certainly not to share with someone.
No, yeah. Definitely, if you want to see this at the movie, not served by anybody.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I could see this being a better movie,
Oh, yeah.
Like something people would enjoy. Because, whenever I say, Twister's probably my top 5 favorite movies of all time, I realize...
It's not a good movie.
It's not a good movie.
Right.
But I fucking love it.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, this is the opposite of a Twister.
Yeah.
It is a very good movie. I don't think it is a fun movie by any stretch of the imagination. This might be the kind of movie my dad would like. I don't know if he's actually ever seen it or not. Because all he ever does is complain about cartoon movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so, he wants something realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was definitely that. So much so that it was, creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy. I'm a little creeped out still. And not in an icky way. I hate movies that are, creepy in an icky way. This is just, foreboding, realistic nightmare kind of thing.
It's paranoia.
Right.
Yeah. You're... I'm imagining both of us for the next couple of days at least are going to be sort of just watching very close attention to everyone around us.
I have 2 jobs. One of them involves ringing a cash register and exchanging money all day long.
Right.
And the other one is hands-on art instruction with 24 people.
Right.
Where you take their paints and you exchange things.
Yeah.
So yeah, all I do all day, every day, is touch people's things.
Yeah, I would.
That didn't sound like it.
Well, yeah, but even if you didn't have that kind of job, you're still doing that anyway. Because I don't interact with people at my job, but I got to go to the gas station, I get lunch.
Yeah, anywhere you go, library, whatever. Yep.
Yeah. But of your 2 jobs, I imagine one of them is more unhygienic than the other.
The fucking magic players.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I'm imagining one of them right now is patient 0 for something.
Yeah. It just, it's in it's extended incubation or something. It's why do they look and think that way? And years later, we'll know. Yeah. Oh my god, what if... You know how, when they play those card games at those tournaments? They all touch each other's cards and,
right.
tap each other, Well, yeah, that could be where it spreads. At Origins or Gen Con or...
Yep, it's either going to be Gwyneth Paltrow or a Magic player.
Oh my god. It's crazy. So what'd you think of Larry Fishburne in this movie?
It's pretty good.
I think it's the best performance I've seen him do in years.
Really? Not even Predators?
That was good. Oh yeah, he was pretty amazing in Predators. But that was a Nicolas Cage amazing in Predators. A fucked up crazy.
Right.
But I mean, the last few times I've seen him try to be, act seriously, it's just so... it's either just over the top or it's, just terrible.
Right.
He just seems like he's lost it or something, but he was great in this.
He was very naturalistic. I think that's what helped. He was very subdued and low-key about everything he did.
Maybe that's what it is, because usually his characters are I just noticed a very phallic image on this painting behind you. There's 2 apples and this like water pitcher with a giant metal spigot coming right up between the two apples.
That painting has been there for 30-some years, and this is the first time I've ever seen it referred to as phallic. Thanks for ruining my life.
I mean, you see it, right?
Oh, I see it now.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright.
Oh, what were we talking about?
Larry Fishburne.
Oh, because, I mean, his roles are usually over the top, so he's just trying to sell it, you know? But this time they're like, tone it down 18 notches, Larry.
Yeah, he was very good in this. Like, even his very first scene, like, I immediately thought that, wow, this was, like, very good. And it's just him having a simple conversation with the janitor.
Oh, okay. I was trying to think, like, where he first appeared, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What's the janitor dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, naturalistic and just, I don't know, believable.
Yeah. Really helped the movie, I think. Because even there's a scene where, because Jude Law plays like this really slimy, quote unquote journalist,
right?
Conspiracy. I don't think a conspiracy theorist, but someone who likes to spread conspiracy theories.
He likes to incite a lot of things.
Yeah. Right. They have a sort of a televised debate of sorts, and Jude Law's character brings up like a lot of kind of not necessarily underhanded stuff, but not so ethical thing.
Right.
That
some dirty laundry.
Yeah. That Larry Fishburne's character did, and you can see in his face the rage that he is supposed to be conveying, but it's also 100% held in check.
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a good point. That was one of his shinier moments. Yeah, Jude Law was great in this movie too.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. He plays a good slimy bastard.
Yeah, he does. Of course, I can only think of two movies where he's done that.
Oh yeah.
This one and Road to Perdition.
I'm sure there's got to be something.
Probably, yeah.
But I mean, I just meant, based on this alone.
Right.
He was awesome. I'd like to see him play more bad guys, actually.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, he wasn't the typical pretty boy that he usually is. I think he even had either fake teeth or he fucked up his teeth or something like that.
Oh, really?
Like one of his his front teeth was like overlapping his others.
That's right.
And I can't recall if his teeth are actually that way or if that was just for this movie or not.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, he was good. He was good. It was all good.
It was. Recommended for people who can handle it.
Yeah. Just like ecstasy. No, I don't know. I've never tried ecstasy. I never will.
Same.
But yeah, wow. I'd like to see it again, actually.
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Was there a director commentary, Genius?
I don't know about this because it was a rental. Because apparently they're not putting that kind of thing on rentals anymore.
I heard about that. That's a shitty move.
Yeah. First discovered it like a year ago. I rented the movie Hannah with Cate Blanchett and Eric Bana. And like on the menu it had the option for special features, and I clicked on it and said special features are available on the retail disc.
Ooh. Yeah, that's even meaner.
Yeah.
Like, just to not even mention it would be better than, like, oh, you want this? We'll go buy it.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I eventually did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still haven't gotten around to seeing those special features yet, but,
right. But if you wanted to.
But if I wanted to,
Yeah.
they're there. Yeah, this one, the main menu only just had play and scene selection, so.
Right.
Yeah.
I like the music a lot, too. Was it like, I'm trying to remember, was it something Livingston? Mark Livingston or something?
I don't know, I don't pay attention.
I thought the music was really good, though.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Whoa, excuse me. My throat's sort of tightening up and I've got this headache.
Huh. I'm sure you'll find. Yeah. I got nothing else really to say about it.
Yeah.
Very good.
A+, gentlemen and ladies.
I give it a B plus A.
Yeah. Wow. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Check it out. Contagion.
Contagion.
Oh, that would be the porno parody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. They don't usually use the C word in the porno parodies. It's
not usually.
Usually more of the P word.
Yeah.
It's more whimsical. He doesn't like a little pussy.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Maybe call it Contagion.
Ooh.
Let's take a break.
Oh, yeah. Hey, welcome back to the show.
Hello.
What's up?
Not much. What's up with you?
Oh, not too much. I just slathered my whole body in hand sanitizer.
Could you rub a little on me?
Oh, maybe after the show.
All right. So speaking of gay people, what do you think about Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A?
Yeah. They've always been openly against gay people, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
But very recently, they openly admitted that they are completely against gay marriage.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, why does a chicken nugget place have an opinion on that?
It's not just chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
All right? It's chicken sandwiches. and they're fucking delicious.
Are they really?
Yeah,
Wow.
they are.
The last time I ate one, I was probably a teenager.
Right. Gotta say they are probably the best fast food chicken anywhere.
Really?
Yeah. And waffle fries.
What if you get hungry on a Sunday?
Well, then I'm fucked.
You gotta go to Wendy's.
Yep.
And you ain't getting waffle fries unless you go to the bowling alley after you get down to Wendy's.
So yeah, I'm trying to, cause, you know, I make terrible, awful, racist, misogynist, you know, bigoted jokes on this show.
Right.
But, you know, I don't truly feel those ways.
Right.
You know, I am totally in support of the gay man and the gay lady, and if they want to get married, by all means, go for it.
Right.
But how can I reconcile
Oh, I see.
my love of tasty chicken?
Yeah. Oh, I guess you just gotta decide which you like better, tasty chicken or human rights.
Well, I mean, if I were to get myself a Southern-style chicken sandwich with some waffle fries, I mean, you can't get those anywhere else. And gay people all over can get married in certain places now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, my enjoying some chicken isn't going to hurt them, is it?
Well, not in a literal sense, but maybe perhaps you could reconcile by every time you go there, buying a homosexual friend of yours a meal at a Chick-fil-A.
Right.
You know, like, so they're in fact supporting they're nurturing the livelihood of gay people because you're feeding them their product.
I don't know any actual gay people, though.
I'll become gay.
Okay.
Just so you can eat your chicken.
Alright. Then you can't eat any because you're a hippie vegetarian.
Oh, shit.
Which I am 100% against.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, if only Chick-fil-A would get behind, bashing some hippies instead of the gays.
I'm guessing they're okay with bashing hippies.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it's only a logical leap.
Right. Did I tell you about... Did we talk about the fake nuggets that I recently ate? Oh, man. This was weird. You know how on Tuesday nights we do the new comic files at Mavericks, and
right.
We get done at midnight. And I decided to go grocery shopping last week after midnight because I hadn't eaten dinner yet. And I went over to the Kroger that's right across the street, and they were closed for cleaning.
That sucks.
I know, right? And I was like, I don't really have any meals at home. I could eat some chips and an apple, but I was like, I want a meal. I'm fucking hungry. So I drove all the way to the other Kroger on Stroop and Kettering.
Why didn't you just go to Meijer?
I always forget they have groceries. I don't think I've ever bought groceries at Meijer in my life.
Wow.
I bought shoes there and, Spider-Man toys when I was a kid, but I've never bought groceries there. Other than, the time we bought Cherimoyas.
Right.
But, I didn't think about that, actually. And I went to that other Kroger. I mean, it's not that much further than mine. Anyway, but it was serendipitous because I walk in and there's 5 people in that entire Kroger at midnight, and one of them is the guy that got me my Fantastic Four #9.
Oh,
my friend James. And and we were both pushing our carts along in the produce section, and I look over and I see him, and he's by himself, and I'm by myself, and both of our carts are full of beer and produce. And then he looked over at me, and he looked at my cart, and he goes, "Are you a vegetarian?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Me too." And we started talking about different vegetable meals we like and how long we've been vegetarians. And he goes, "Have you tried these?" And he held up this box of, I forget the brand name. It starts with a Q, but it was this white box of vegan nuggets, chicken nuggets, but it's spelled all weird, with a K.
Made out of vegans.
Made up. Well, maybe perhaps worse actually, because I bought it. I was like, yeah, I'll try them. He's like, "No, trust me, these are the best fake nuggets I've ever had, and I've had all of them." And I was like, okay. So I took them home, and I cooked up half the box. I think there was more than a dozen in the box. So I cooked up half of it, and I ate them, and I was like, man, James was right. These are delish. And then I went to bed, and then the next day, when I got home from work, Doogie stopped over, And I was like, I'm gonna make some more of these nuggets. I'm gonna finish them off. Do you want one? And he's like, and Doogie's very, into reading every ingredient of everything that he puts in his body.
Right.
And I was cooking them, and while I was cooking them, he picked up the box, and he looked at them, and he goes, huh. And I was like, what? What? And he goes, well, the first ingredient is fungi. And I was like, you mean mushrooms? And he goes, no, it just says fungi. And you look at the back and it has percentages of all the ingredients. 41% of each nugget is fungi.
Huh. It could still be mushrooms.
It could be, right?
Or, yeah.
Why would they say it like that?
It's weird.
Yeah. It made me a little scared.
Yeah.
I mean, I ate the rest of the box of nuggets, and they were tasty, and I've never gotten sick since then.
Well, because isn't penicillin also a fungus?
I'm allergic to penicillin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I don't know what to tell you. I eat actual meat like a human being. I'll get me some real chicken nuggets if I want some nuggets.
Yeah. But I did slather them in Grupo's brand barbecue sauce. And that made... I could probably eat penicillin if it was slathered in Grupo's barbecue sauce. Knowing that it would kill me.
Fungi. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Yes, I mean, isn't yogurt just bacteria?
Yeah.
I mean,
everything's something bad.
Hey, there's another cat.
Hey, kitty. I don't know.
Yeah. Weird.
But they were tasty. White box, starts with a Q, groceries freezer section. Check them out.
Quetzalcoatl?
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, there was some Philip Glass music playing as I cooked them.
Yeah.
How about you? Have you ate anything other than your nugget dilemma? We've both had nugget dilemmas this week.
Yeah, I've actually been eating oatmeal recently.
Yeah.
Which is not a thing I've ever really eaten before.
Really?
When I was younger, my mom would occasionally make oatmeal, and I would hate it. It's the worst. And eventually she tried to get me onto cream of wheat, which I also hated because it turns into rubber if you let it sit.
Oh yeah,
for more than 30 seconds.
Yeah, you have to eat fast.
Cream of rice I've had and I enjoy, but I haven't had it in years. But then last Friday, my boss shows up to work and comes over to my desk and he sets a cup down on my desk and says, "Have you ever had this before?" And I look and it's oatmeal from McDonald's.
Oh.
And I said, "Ooh, I don't like oatmeal." He's like, "I bought this for you." It's like, he's like, "You should try it." Like, all right. And,
wow.
So I tried it, and it was pretty good.
Really?
For McDonald's oatmeal.
Right.
Yeah. So I decided last time I went to the grocery store, I'd get me some packs of instant oatmeal.
Nice.
And try them out.
I love oatmeal. I mean, I usually only eat it in the wintertime because I like hot, cereal in the winter. But yeah, tasty stuff.
Yeah,
Sticks to your ribs.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. I've become a convert.
Wow.
I don't think I'm going to try the original flavor though. I think I'll stick with the stuff with the shit in it.
Yeah. You're sure your boss isn't like a religious zealot and he's gonna give everyone like a cup of poisonous oatmeal and so you can ride the comet into the nether sphere?
Yeah, he probably would have bought everyone oatmeal.
Maybe he only wanted to take you with him.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
There's only room for two on this.
Well, after my day at work today, perhaps he just wants to kill me.
Oh,
it was not a good day.
Oh,
yeah. Anyway.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Nothing else is really going on. I know we have at least one friend who's out right this very second as we record. Watching the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy.
Yeah.
In about an hour and a half should be the start of The Dark Knight Rises.
Wow, my girlfriend will be there.
Okay, yeah. I was going to ask if she was going.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Because why?
They're really excited about it. My friend Michelle's going to.
Yeah, I mean, the movie's going to be there for a while.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And you would think because I actually want to see it, and I don't want it to be spoiled for me. So you'd think, being as I work at a comic shop, I would be the first person to see it at midnight, so it doesn't get spoiled for me.
I know. Didn't you see The Dark Knight the Friday that it opened, first thing in the morning?
Yeah. Yeah.
You gonna do that tomorrow?
No, because I have to be at work at 11.
Nah.
But I probably will try to go Tuesday or Wednesday of next week
Good luck.
Early show.
Good luck.
Yeah, I know that's going to be a lot of days of avoiding,
you got Friday and you got Saturday. Do you work Sunday?
I'm off Sunday.
You're off Sunday. You're off Monday.
Well, I work my other job Monday.
Who from there is going to spoil it for you?
There's a girl that works at the Huber Heights rave that I usually work with. Yeah.
Well, you just you go right up to her, and you get in real close, super close, and you go very quiet.
Okay.
And you just like an inch away from her face, and you just look at her dead in the eyes and say, "If you spoil this for me, I will fucking gut you."
That could get me fired.
But it's Batman.
Yeah.
You're justified.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's what Batman would do.
It is. Yeah. Fear and intimidation.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I should wear my costume that strikes fear into my coworkers' hearts.
Oh. I know it's not a Batman costume, so what would that be?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I'd have to come up with something. How about coin-operated Jello dispenser man?
Alright.
Not as scary as it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably try. Are you gonna go anytime?
Nope.
No.
I'm, I read today that movie is 2 hours and 45 minutes. I don't have that kind of time to spare.
Well, shit. Even if I go see it at 10, I might not have time to see it before a work shift then. Because, once you get a half an hour trailers in there, it's 3 hours and 15 minutes.
There's not a half hour of trailers.
Sometimes there's close to that.
No, there's not. There's at least 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
I could swear.
Trailers are only about 2 minutes long.
Some of them feel, when they put those Army commercials in and all that.
Oh, that's because you have shown up to the theater 30 minutes early.
Oh. Well, I'm expecting that they start the movie right as I show up.
Oh, well then...
for me.
Yeah. But you're...
As a favor.
No, they're not going to do that.
Well, mayhap by Wednesday I'll have seen it.
Yeah, mayhap by 2014 I'll have seen it. I'm expecting it to be bad.
Really?
Because, again, notoriously, I am the one who did not like The Dark Knight.
No.
And I'm just expecting more of the same. Just over-bloated, rampant Christopher Nolan ego on display, with no one in to rein him in or put him in check. And just to be 2 hours and 45 minutes of boredom.
Well, I hope not.
With yet another unintelligible villain.
Yeah, the first trailer I saw, the first time I saw it, I didn't understand some of his dialogue.
Right.
But the second time I did. I got used to it.
They also fixed it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was an actual problem that people were reporting?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
But at least he's not doing an Al Franken impression or someone else from the mid-90s Saturday Night Live cast.
Oh, he should have done John Lovett's Liar. Yeah, then I'll let the civilians go. Yeah. That's the Well, speaking of comic book movie craziness,
Whoa.
our friend Jeremy just got back from San Diego Con.
Oh, you mean San Diego Movie Con?
San Diego Movie Con, yeah.
Yeah, I was following news on that, and there was barely any comic book news coming out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that place is like the Wizard magazine of comic conventions.
Yeah, which is weird because Wizard has their own convention.
Do they really?
Oh, yeah.
Is it Comic? Oh,
Wizard Con.
oh, yeah, all the Wizard
Worlds.
Cons.
Yeah.
I was thinking of just like, I don't know, for some reason I was thinking of like a convention where they have all their magazines, and I was like, somebody buys that still? They know there's an internet, right?
Yeah, I don't think they're actually even published anymore.
No,
yeah,
they
I
don't.
think so. Yeah.
A couple of years now.
Yeah. I think they're strictly in the convention scene now.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, San Diego from this end as a fan was pretty disappointing.
Yeah.
Not being there and reading absolutely nothing about actual comics news or announcements or anything like that.
Yeah, even Jeremy, like, I mean, he wasn't disappointed at all, but he didn't really know of any comic stuff. He said he talked to Jeff Darrow about the Shaolin Cowboy film, because like 2 years ago when we went to Windy City Con and Darrow was there, he said that they were halfway done, like, with the animation for it or something.
Huh.
And he said, yeah, like we'll have a trailer for it at next year's San Diego Con, which was like the 2011 San Diego Con.
Okay.
And of course they never did. And so I told Jeremy that, and he asked Darrow, and Darrow said that the movie is in, I think he said it's mostly finished, and it's all in cans in Japan, and they're having trouble because the U.S. financial backers backed out, so they need tons more money to finish it.
Gotcha.
And it's in like limbo, and he has no idea. Like Jeremy was like, you should do a Kickstarter or something, an online fundraiser. And he's like, I don't know anything about any of that stuff.
All right. Well, Eric Powell has been trying to get a Goon movie made for a few years now with David Fincher involved, and they even put out like some test footage like about a year and a half ago, something like that. And like 6 months ago or so, there was sort of like this weird resurgence where like that clip just suddenly became viral again, and like so people like was like, that was awesome, and like started asking him, what's the deal, and he basically came out and said that, well, nothing, we don't have funding,
Right.
We created this to get funding, and people who promised money backed out, et cetera, et cetera. So people said, well, hey, Kickstarter, and he said, no, I don't think we can actually do that for a movie, And just this past week, I guess he announced that they will be doing a Kickstarter in the near future for it.
Sweet. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually just saw today that Charlie Kaufman is doing a stop motion movie with the guy that writes Community.
Yep.
And I think it's already funded because they were looking for $200,000.
Yeah.
I think they're over that. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah. Mark Silvestri recently announced that he would be bringing back Cyberforce.
Really?
And started a Kickstarter for it. The main difference is that it will be free.
Really?
Basically, like they're using the Kickstarter to fund the production of the comic and the wages for the people working on it. And obviously, like they have the same Kickstarter thing where if you donate such and such amount, you get like different things. Like if you donate like $25, you get like all 5 of the first issues. If you donate like $50, you get all 5 of the first issues, plus a hardcover collection. That will be the only place like you'll be able to get a hardcover collection of it. But retailers, basically, the first 5 issues will be free to customers. It will be like a free comic book day thing.
Wow.
So you'll pay like 50 cents, 25 cents, for those issues, and they will be free to whoever wants them.
That's
for the first
crazy.
5 issues.
That's crazy. That's a great. I mean, well, like I think it's a great idea as far as like putting a Kickstarter up, like how much money you would need to be comfortably paid to do a project,
right?
And then once it's done, just like release it digitally free to everybody.
Right.
And maybe give perks to the people that pledged, but
Right.
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be first 5 issues free, and then after that, it'll be just regular comics coming out. But they're doing something new.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is that through Image?
Yeah.
Wow, super cool.
Yeah. I'm even thinking about I don't know. It's, I'm having a Chick-fil-A gay marriage conflict there too, because I'm like, well, I can support that, and get those comics, for whatever I pledge, or I can just wait till they come out for free.
Yeah. That is strange. Like, how do you... Or is it one of those things, like, if they don't reach the goal, they're not going to produce them, though?
Yeah,
okay.
Basically.
So you're assuming that they will reach the goal.
Oh, I'm sure it's Marcel Vestry if he's still got fans.
Yeah, he just did an awesome Walking Dead cover.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it was my favorite out of all the covers, and that includes a Frank Quitely cover.
Yeah, the Frank Riley one wasn't all that good.
It was kind of funny. You're like, zombie granny. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it could have been drawn in a much simpler style and got that joke across. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I like Marcel Vestry. I think he's actually a pretty good artist. He's, it's weird because back when, like, even before Image started, he was, like, when he was on X-Men and then eventually Wolverine, like, he was my least favorite of, like, that generation of comic artists at Marvel.
Yeah.
Then, like, when Image started and he, like, joined up and he was doing Cyberforce, I was like, Jesus, this guy. He's just, he's awful. And then, like, he's modified his style a little bit to be more clean. And I was like, he's just fucking ripping off Jim Lee now. And,
Right.
it's just like, fuck that guy. And, but now it's like, I hate Jim Lee, and I think Marcel Vestry's awesome.
Yeah, his style has definitely changed a lot.
Oh, yeah. But, when I look back at some of those old X-Men, I was like, wow, I really love those, just because it was so loose and scratchy and just awesome.
It kind of reminds me now of more of like a Bernie Wrightson style, like a little bit of that crazy, hatchy kind of...
A little bit, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, but like, and part of it, like his press release anyway, was that, like he, said that he wouldn't be drawing any of, Cyberforce. Like, the artist is a guy by the name of Koi Pham, who I think has done like some Daredevil work and some X-Force stuff.
That was the name of those chicken nuggets I had.
He said that he's just not fast enough to, do that kind of work anymore.
Monthly, right?
Which I know, like, I think he did one issue of Incredible Hulk, and then, like, that was it.
Oh, yeah. Did he do a bunch of covers for him, probably?
Yeah.
I know I've seen his cover work on them.
Yeah, but I know he did the first issue, but then, like, in the second issue, there was, like, 5 other artists who worked on it. But it's like, man, Uncanny X-Men and Wolverine came out bi-weekly for, like, 3 years when he was on those books.
Maybe it killed him. Like, he was just, like, working so hard. He was like, never again.
Yeah.
For every hour I work, I'm going to take a week off. I'm here at this point now.
So, yeah, that's the thing that's happening.
That's cool.
Yeah. Alright, well, pick a comic book for us to do for the next show, and then we can get out of here.
Sure.
Alrighty. The book I'm gonna pick is part of the second wave of the DC New 52.
Ooh.
It is a miniseries called The Ray.
The Ray.
Yeah.
Alright.
Jimmy Palmiotti, Justin Gray, and Jamal Igle.
I'm down with your plan.
Alrighty. That's it.
Sweet.
Alrighty. We'll go home, take your medicine. Don't touch people. Don't touch any objects that have been touched by other people.
And you could be safe.
Yeah. Always wear your SARS mask. And if you can, get one of those inflatable hazmat suits that Jude Law wears.
Those are nice. His looked so like rinky-dink compared to everybody else's.
Oh yeah.
It looked like he made it out of his kitchen cupboard. It's pretty impressive.
All right.
So realistic and creepy.
Yeah. Good movie. Let's hope the next comic is a good comic.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
One last time from my parents' house.
You can subscribe to Gutter Trash at iTunes or directly at guttertrash.net. If you go to iTunes, please leave us a review. You can email us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. For more info, you can find us on Facebook, or you can go to seanborn.net or buyerbeware.guttertrash.net. Listen to our sister podcast, League Night, at league.guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening. Until next time.